Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. In today's episode, we are going to be tackling our next major dungeon, the Arbiter's Grounds. The Arbiter's Grounds is by far one of my favorite dungeons in the game, mainly because I like the aesthetics of it. I know many Zelda games have had the desert dungeon-like theme before, like Link to the Past did, but this game in particular kind of jumps up the scare factor a little bit with this one. This is by far probably one of the spookier dungeons because there's a lot of skulls and stuff lying around on the ground. A lot of enemies that are based off of skeletons in here, like the Stall Children and the Stallfos we'll be running into later. And also just dead corpses running around, like the Re-Dead Knights. Oh goodness, there's a bunch of just like, you know, death and destruction in this place. And not only that, for the most part in this dungeon, we're going to be going on a kind of a wild goose chase. There are going to be 4 major keys that we need to go find in order to activate this one door. It's kind of a reimagining of the Forest Temple from Ocarina of Time, on the way you had to handle that. Those small keys in that game. We have to run and find 4 particular pose and take them out in order to gain access to a certain part of the dungeon. The second part of the dungeon, however, we will be running and getting a special item that allow us to ride on certain rails alongside in the room up here. You guys can probably see that on floor 1 and bottom floor 1 and bottom floor 2. There's like a giant railing on the side of these maps here. Yeah, the item in question that we're going to be using is going to be taking advantage of those, and we're going to be getting a lot of goodies out of those too. The boss of this dungeon, you're in for a wild ride, I'll put it that way. But without further ado, let's get on with the episode. And welcome everybody to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. In the last episode, we went through the Bulblin base, defeated King Bulblin, got a couple pieces of heart, well, not just one, and we got a couple souls. And, well, now we're here at Arbiter's Grounds, our next major dungeon. But today I have a special guest with me.
Hey there guys, I am Sonic Ghost.
And I have to repay a debt for this one. So, Lester is here to join me on this because, well, I kind of guest starred on his Let's Play of this a long time ago, in this exact same dungeon. So, we kind of figured it would been fitting if he joined me for this, on my Let's Play of this.
It's like this weird tradition, I just randomly got started.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, but anyways, this is Arbiter's Grounds. This is Arbiter's Grounds, a prison for criminals a long time ago. Kind of a weird prison when you really think about it. It's got a lot of like sandy puzzles where, you know, you got sinking sand and all that other jazz.
Yeah, I guess the people in Hyrule just set in the quicksand here, just because there's not much floor.
Yeah. You can walk in the sand, but you can't walk in it very long. If you do stay in it for very long, you'll just stink.
Yeah, I believe you wear iron boots in the sand, you sink immediately, so don't do that.
I've never even considered trying that before.
I've done it once before. It's like, oh, what does this do? And immediately sank. Like, let me not wear the iron boots in the quicksand.
Yeah. Maybe don't.
It's not the best move.
But we're going to be using our Claw Shot a lot in this dungeon because, well, I mean, Claw Shot, if there's an award for the most used item in Twilight Princess, Claw Shot's probably it. So,
yeah.
And Bow for obvious reasons, but yeah, it's just like, yeah, Claw Shot's used a lot in this game. So, unlike a lot of other items that you get later in the game, you're just like,
sadly. I mean, the biggest example is probably the slingshot. Use that for one dungeon. As soon as you find that bow, you pretty much just pretend your hand and get through it out. So that never gets used again.
As soon as you get your bow, it's null and void to use that.
Yeah.
Okay, so there we go. Now, for this though, with the doors locked, in order to get On through here, we have to go and find the switch that opens up that door. And the switch is actually over here. And we get introduced to a new enemy. These are Stalfos, or Stall Children, or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, I think they are technically Stall Children because of the smaller size.
Yeah.
Real Stalfos we'll be seeing later.
Yeah, real Stalfos we'll be seeing later, but they kind of like infinitely respawn. Yeah, but they die pretty quickly though. So, see, yeah, I just voided out. I was trying to grab it, but you know what? I did it the hard way. 'Cause that's actually not the way you're supposed to grab that thing. And because of that, I voided out and had to start back the whole room over again. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to grab it with your claw shot, and then bring it over to you. Get up there, Link.
I guess when you're on your way back over there, honestly, there's like this weird history I kind of have with this room because I used to watch a show on YouTube called Eggbusters, and there was a glitch in the show they were trying to explore a bit, and this is with the Wii version of the game, so it doesn't work here, obviously, but there was a glitch called Back in Time, which, if you know your speedruns on this game, they use all the time, puts you onto the title screen and be able to play as that Link. And on that show, they used this area to void out and reset the game at a specific time. They kept on sinking the quicksand in order to get the glitch to work.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah, because they waited until Link's hand was a specific amount into the sand, and then when you saw, like, say, like the corner of the finger there, you would reset the game on the Wii. And then if you do it just right, you would appear on the title screen and be able to play as Link.
Huh.
Doesn't work in the Wii U version because there is no way to really reset like that.
Yeah. I know that in like, what am I trying? I can't even think. I really can't even think. Can you actually? Yeah, I thought so. This is a lantern oil filling station. So if you need, like, you know, stuff your lantern oil and like scoop up for the lantern oil and whatnot, you can get a refill right there. But anyways, I know that in Skyward Sword there's a big back in time glitch where you can play on the title screen and whatnot.
Yeah, and that back in time glitch also helps a lot because of just traveling's sake, because it warps you back to Skyloft every time. And you can continue your main file there on Skyloft. So I know they do it all the time in the speedruns just because of convenience.
Bugs! Bugs! They're infesting me! No!
At this rate, the next set of armor for Link is going to just be bugs.
Bug armor. But yeah, for some reason, that's a new type of enemy. They're just bugs. They'll just jump right on Link, and then just, you know, the more he has, the heavier he becomes to walk. So, yeah, just you can kill them all with just a simple spin attack.
Yeah, they're more of a nuisance enemy, if you want to be honest. Just because it makes certain jumps a lot harder at that point.
Hi, Stall Children. I know, you're supposed to have your lantern out here so you can see, but it's very dark in armor.
If your TV's brightness is high enough, then you could probably just cheese past it.
Yeah. Don't you just love that when you set your brightness settings up and you're like, I can see the dark.
I mean, some games are kind of forced to do that too because they're just that dark.
Yeah.
I had to do that a lot of the time, so I was playing Donkey Kong 64 on Wii U VC because every N64 game is already super dark there. And in certain levels, that's just next to impossible when you have, like, default brightness.
Yeah.
It is really hard to see.
Oh, gosh. I tried playing, what was it, Banjo-Tooie? On the Xbox, and holy crap, I couldn't see a thing in that. I was like, I can't imagine if you didn't have like a CRTV back in the day to play that stuff.
Yeah, I know that the speedrunners, when they get to a certain point, I think it's in like the mine level, there's like this really dark section. You're supposed to light all these different switches around you to see where you're going, but they just jack up the brightness and just navigate it in the dark. That I cannot imagine doing.
Anyways, we enter this room, and oh boy, more lanterns. You know what that means? More post souls. But these are not your ordinary post souls.
Yeah, this is very interesting because this is a throwback to the Forest Temple in Ocarina of Time. This is basically the same thing as what you deal with in the Forest Temple.
Yeah. Since we just played that part not too long ago on the stream.
Yeah, now you definitely see it.
Yeah, I know, I definitely see it. These Poes stole the light that we needed to take care of. But yeah, we're gonna have to change into a wolf. These Poe souls are different than the regular Poe souls we've been running into. they look a lot more menacing than the ones that we've seen before. But yeah, don't
really freaky.
Yeah, these guys don't attack with a scythe though. They just attack with the lantern, and they're a lot more scary looking than the regular postals. But you can't attack these guys until they turn purple. Once you do, you can do a jump attack on them, and then start gnawing on their neck there. But they're just like regular postals, so guess what? We have 4 postals to collect in this dungeon because of it.
Luckily, these are required to progress, so these are 4 mandatory postals for you, which at that point means that these combined with that one you need when you're in the Enigma section of the game is meaning you're going to have at least 5 pos by the time you beat this game, at the very least.
So there's 5 postals total in this game you have to collect. Yeah, because 4 postals in here, guess what? You're going to have to be that. I don't know why I changed out of wolf. I need to be wolf yet. Yeah, we need to be wolf here, because we need to come over here to this dead Poe that we just killed and take a whiff of him.
I don't know how you smell a ghost, but sure, let's go with it.
I don't know either. You need to forget the scent of Ilya to learn this new smell. I don't understand why that's a prompt. I really don't. It's like, when am I ever going to use that again?
I mean, if Link wants to be creepy, that's the only other time you're going to be doing that.
And why do I need to override a smell? Why can't he just learn all the smells and just be color-coded? Why can't that be a thing?
Yeah, that's a little weird.
I don't know. I just found that weird. It's like, you need to overwrite the smell to learn a new smell. What? How can Link... I mean, I can learn different smells. But we need to come over here to this treasure chest. And inside this treasure chest is the map. So I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the dungeon map. So the dungeon map, yeah, we got it right now. I think this is I forget how many floors. It's 4 floors, but like 4 main floors are like one room.
Yeah.
And then if I remember, there's another treasure chest on the other side of this room.
Yeah, this one's the optional one, but you definitely want this for 100% sake.
Yeah, you definitely want this one though, because it's a piece of heart.
Yeah, so, that definitely helps.
Yeah, that's our first piece of heart in this dungeon out of 2. Yep. There's always 2 Oh, I should have waited. I'm going to void out.
I mean, yeah, that's okay. If you want an easier time to get through the sand, you usually also want to transform into a wolf as well, because the wolf has an easier time navigating through the sand.
Yeah, that's okay. I only lose a full heart.
Yeah, it's not bad. Only a full heart.
Only full heart, and I just got it back.
I mean, if this was hero mode, I'd probably 2 hearts, knowing how that game stacks damage.
Yeah, I haven't played hero mode on this. I need to play hero mode on this.
Yeah, it's rough.
So now we have to go pretty much. We have to follow the scent of the pose to kind of find where they're at. So let's turn on our senses, and we'll see where the scent is going. The scent is leading us right here to this dig spot. So let's go ahead and dig that spot. And then notice that there is a switch right here. I'm gonna pull it to open up a secret passageway. You'll go down to the basement and heading on down in here. So, yeah, Lester, when we recorded this game on your channel, how many years ago was it? Like
that was
5?
Like 2012. So yeah, it's like about this point, probably 5 years ago.
7 years ago? Yeah, gosh, that was 7 years ago. Shoot.
Actually, yeah, you're right. It is 7. Oh God.
Oh my gosh! Don't remind me. Holy crap! I'm getting old. But yeah, I remember the funny story. Got to the boss of this dungeon, and what was it? Your audio got turned off on your...
Yeah, like back then, I was recording this off of the Wii using component with the HD PVR. And back then, what happened was I was recording on a laptop, and I think it was like my battery was dying or something, so I had to plug it in, or I had to unplug it, or something like that. But I remember as soon as I had to deal with the plug and change power settings, as soon as we started the boss of this area, the audio just completely crapped the bed. Like, it just wouldn't work at all. The video was fine, but no audio was in that portion of the video. So that was fun, and editing had to recreate all the audio for the boss fight. That wasn't the easiest thing to do.
Nah. Anyways, this enemy right here is a Redead Knight. Just like any other Redead in Zelda, if you get too close to him, he'll scream at you, stun you, but he'll kind of like hit you with the sword, and that does a lot of damage. You can take these guys out in one shot with a bomb arrow.
Yeah, honestly, I highly recommend to do that just because...
I say that, he doesn't go down in one hit.
Well, it's not always a one-shot. There is actually a weapon later that can be one-shot, but bomb arrow isn't really it. It takes 2. You want to do that with these Redeads because I feel like these are some of the most aggressive ones in the series. They stun you for a very long time.
Yeah, and then they'll just hit you with the sword.
Yeah, and they hurt.
Anyways, we got a small key, so that's another key to add to the doors that we need to do that. And we just need to push this to shift the room upwards again. And I think if you can do it again, if I remember.
Yeah, you have to do it twice. Like, there is one point you have to shift the room around so you can actually use your claw shot to go up above. Because if there's a little hole in the ceiling, you can just reach through.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about it. Oh, it's right over there, I think. I gotta see it. Yeah, it's right here.
Yeah, so you have to push this pillar back around.
Gotta push it back around again. Okay, so just push it. Pull it this way. Okay, now, claw shot time.
Now, this looks like a cool little thing you do. Maybe it's optional, but no, actually, you have to do this because you have to push this room around to get to a door up above because there is a Poe up there. You'll see with your senses if you go in this area.
Yeah.
Let's say you want to probably like go over the way the treasure chest is and then look back over to the pillar because I believe the hookshot point is on the pillar in the second room.
Yeah, you're right. I was trying to find that spot. I was like, I can't even remember where it's at.
Yeah, that one's kind of hard to see at first.
There's rats. Dang dirty mice. There's also going to be a variant of rice. Variant of rice.
Oh
variant
man, my favorite.
Mice. My variant of mice we're going to be dealing with later that I don't like. Those are ones that are just flat out annoying. But let's
Hey Parker, what's your favorite kind of rice? Mine's Uncle Ben's.
Too soon, man.
Too soon. I mean, you're not wrong. It almost seems like every movie, Uncle Ben dies.
Yeah, unfortunately. Anyways, as you guys can see, the percentage comes over here, and there's a postal right there. That's one of the 4. So we're just gonna have to attack him like the other Poe. We have to wait until he turns purple before we can actually jump attack him.
That did not work out well for you when he's in the wall, though.
No, it didn't. But that's kind of what happens. What is the word I'm looking for? Gosh, I said this before. The word that, like, when you can go through walls and stuff like that, you're like...
Well, like tangibility, in a way?
Tangibility, like intangibility or something like that.
Yeah. Because, I mean, they're ghosts, so they go intangible and just slide right through the walls.
That's our next post soul. So yeah, we're getting 4 free post souls in this dungeon, but then again, there's always going to be post souls in dungeons too. So
yeah,
at least from here on out, anyways. There's not any in like the beginning dungeons because they don't want you to backtrack in those dungeons.
I mean, it's good because they kind of force you to backtrack there for other reasons.
That's just not like Ocarina of Time where you had to go backtrack to get Skulltulus.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh lordy.
And honestly, a lot of the Zelda games do that to make you backtrack. I think some of the earlier ones are the only ones that don't make you backtrack for 100% completion's sake.
I think that was the only thing.
That's the only thing here, so you have to go back down to the bottom room and push the pillar back around. Because you can't get through the top now, the walls are sealed off.
Yeah. So we gotta go back through this room again. Bonk the wall. Bonk.
This is like the first dungeon, though, you actually get to use your wolf form in. It's interesting to me because Midna always opens doors for you. I just like that touch of her using her like hair hand to open the door.
Yeah, I just now remembered. Yeah, you're right about that. That is kind of cool. I think that's the first time we've actually seen it where Midna does that. Yeah, she just flat out just opens the door for you. And she's just like, I know you got 4 paws, can't do
I
it.
mean, I would like to see a wolf try to open one of these heavy stone doors. That won't work.
Alright, so now we come in through here. I think we need to do something we need to do again. Oh, there's the door. There's the door that has a key. Can actually go in there, but I think if I remember correctly, isn't there a... Oh no, this is the room we came up from.
Yeah, this is the
I'm
same
dumb.
room.
Sorry.
You just have to go from the
Gosh.
top section now to get to this door.
Yeah. Alright, so now we're in this room. Now, if I remember correctly, there's a big old puzzle, like a timing puzzle in here with this room.
Oh yeah, this is the introduction of the chandeliers, because you're gonna see this a couple times in this dungeon.
Okay, Mr. Moldolga, or whatever this is. I think these are Moldolgas.
Yeah,
Or
it's
I
like
might
the
be thinking of the
TP
enemy.
variation of it.
Yeah. I don't know why when I think of Moldolga, I think of the ones from Breath of the Wild, the big old boss enemies.
Oh yeah,
I
the
hate
first
those
thing I
things.
think of is the boss one from Wind Waker.
Yeah, or Molgara.
Yeah. Is it just a giant Mogolga? Whatever you say.
Whatever they're called.
Words are hard.
Go away, stupid skullhead.
Yeah, the bubbles can be kind of annoying.
Bubbles
They're really
are-
hard
Ow.
to hit when they're on the ground because how much they jump around. It always sucks when you can do the finisher on them and then they jump out of the way, so your sword gets stuck on the ground.
Yeah. I love that whenever you do that, though your sword gets stuck on the ground when you're trying to do the fish.
Yeah,
I
Link
don't
just
know,
looks
that's
so
a nice
disappointed.
little touch. Like, ah, dang it, I can't get out. Alright, so this is kind of a weird thing you have to take care of, but you have to kind of race the chandelier. You have to keep tugging on it until it gets all the way to the top of the room here. And then you have to kind of... Oh wait, I'm dumb. I forgot. You have to move that block over. I didn't do that yet. Yeah, you gotta move this block first. So well, that way you can pull it all the way to the... Okay. Push. Push. Pushity, push, push.
Good old
Oop.
block puzzles in my Zelda game. Never ceases to fail.
At least there's a... I think there was one game in particular, if I can't remember, that did like dungeons like this, and they had a block puzzle. Like there's a block puzzle in every freaking. Can't remember what game it was.
Yeah, I'm trying to think too, because I know a lot of Zelda games put these every once in a while in dungeons, but I can't think of the one that it's like in every dungeon.
Gotta tug on this chandelier. Keep. Okay, I think it's at its highest point. Okay, so essentially you just gotta hurry and end up in the middle. Yeah, you want to watch the shadow and you want to end up in the middle.
Yeah, if you're fast
So that
enough,
way
you
you
can
don't
make it
get,
to the other
crushed.
side before it falls back down, but if you don't feel confident, you stay in the middle, and that's the safe zone.
Yeah, because if it falls on top of you, void out. So yeah,
You get crushed immediately.
get crushed. All right, Bubble. Go ahead and kill you off here using the old claw shot to kind of get them stop from flying. Moment there. That one was a flaming bubble. Flaming bubbles are just, bubbles on fire.
Yeah, just making
You
it a
don't
little bit
say.
harder to hit them, but it's not really that big of a deal. You still
Yeah.
have the claw shot and the Gale Boomerang, which
Yeah.
actually will put out the fire.
Yeah. Oh shoot! I never even thought about using Gale Boomerang. Holy crap! That's actually kind of.
Yeah, I mean, that should
What?
put out the fire as well. It does that in all the other Zelda games.
But we got the compass. The compass. Now we'll be able to see where all the treasure is in the dungeon. So we shouldn't be missing any treasure chests. I hope. We got one in the other room that we need to take care of, but in order to do that, we need to go, I think, down below one level. Is that how it is? Yeah, pretty sure.
Yeah, you just have to push this pillar around to unlock the doors.
Oh, I'm dumb. I forgot. This is a pillar.
Yeah, it's
It
like
wasn't
the
like
previous
as
room.
yeah, it isn't as obvious as the other ones.
Yeah.
You can't go through that door, or that door is locked. There's also a Redead Knight, so I'm gonna go ahead and bomb him. There we go. Took care. Thing is with Red Knights, whenever you kill them, they leave around a lot of money.
Yeah, they always drop a 20 rupee.
They always drop a 20.
I mean, that's good. They tip nicely.
Yeah, they tip nicely. Yes. Alright, so we need to get this key. Luckily, the key was right across from where we needed to use it, so...
Yeah, very convenient. It's almost like that door shouldn't have been locked.
Yeah, it shouldn't have been locked from the beginning. Alright, now, if I remember correctly, I think there's a bunch of stall kids that come around the corner right here.
Yeah, there's an army of them.
Yeah, there's like let's start off with one, and then all of a sudden, holy crap, there's an army! Yeah, see, there's an army right here.
Yeah, you could bomb these guys to kill them in multiple packs, but it's honestly better just to use your sword instead. You don't want to waste your bombs on these guys, it's not worth it.
Yeah. There's also a Red Knight coming around the corner there.
Yeah, so you want to save your bombs to shoot them with bomb arrows too.
Bomb arrows for the win. Okay. Ah, I'm gonna fall down. Eh. No! No! Oh, okay. Good. No! I thought for a second there, I was like, oh my god. He got me stunned for a second there, and I was like, oh lordy. Oh, there was another one!
Yeah,
my
that's
goodness.
probably why you're getting stunned a little earlier than you think, too.
Yeah, I thought I got continuous stun. No, it was just the other one screamed.
Yeah. So one stuns you and the other one immediately stuns you as soon as you get out of it.
Yeah. Kind of sucks when that happens.
Yeah.
Alright, now if I remember correctly, there is a Poe in this room. I can hear his little lantern.
Yeah, that's your hint before you use the sense form.
Yep, right here. So let's go ahead and, grab this switch here. I'm gonna pull, and that's gonna reveal a hidden passageway, which will reveal the Poe. Now, come here, Poe. I need your soul so I can open up the door. I need to progress in this dungeon.
I believe if you use like your charged B attack, I think that takes them out in one shot.
Oh, it does?
That should work. It's like the same method, I believe, as the other Poes. I can't remember if these guys have more defense or not.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and try it.
Yeah, I mean, there's still one more left, so we definitely have a chance. And honestly, this next one, you're best off using that attack with anyways, because that one's harder to hit.
Yeah. Alright, so now we can go through this door. I almost walked out this door without doing the Poe. Feel ill-prepared, I should say. I didn't really practice this dungeon like I usually do with dungeons. Lake Bed was one of those ones I had to practice a couple times, and even then I still got lost in that practice.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those dungeons that's very easy to get turned around, especially if you're trying to get all the collectibles. Because between the meteor stamps and the heart pieces, you've got to keep on going back and forth in that dungeon.
Yeah.
At least at this point, now you don't have to worry about backtracking in dungeons anymore. You can get everything in one go. So it won't be as much of, I got the item. Let me just turn around, go back to the beginning of the dungeon, and do like these 5 things. It's not nearly as bad anymore.
Uh-oh. I'm getting a little bit, heavy. If you know what I mean. I'm getting a little heavy here.
Like just drank too much of that long milk, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you turn into a wolf, you notice in a minute's like, what the heck's on me? What the heck's on me? What the heck's on me? If you turn on your senses, you'll notice that there was ghoul rats. Yeah, these ghoul rats will grab a hold of you and then just make you really like weighed down.
Yeah,
so
these
you
are
just
kind of the same thing as those bugs that you've seen earlier, but now you have to use your wolf form to kill these things. They count as natural enemy too.
Yeah. So if you ever see like going freaking out like that and you're going really heavy, that's because ghoul rats are on top of you. So you want to go ahead and take care of them. The only way you can take care of them is to see them in your sim. So
yeah.
You know
exactly what happens when you start slowing down in your normal form or wolf form.
Yeah. One thing I don't understand is like we had that one small key that was in one of the big blue chests, and then we had a small key that was in the itty bitty tiny chest. It's like, okay, Just kind of weird design choice in my opinion.
Yeah, that's a little inconsistent.
Inconsistency. But now it's number 3 of 4 post souls that we've already taken care of. I'm gonna jump across this chandelier and hope you don't fall down to go across to this room. Now this room is another chandelier puzzle. Yep, and it has a treasure chest on the end of one. So we're gonna have to be careful with it. You could go from the bottom end down here, or the bottom end to go down the bottom floor. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, you can come in through the bottom floor, but the thing is though, this block will be blocking your path. So you want to go through the up before you can go any further. You know
Yeah, I mean, you go through that door basically to get a sneak peek of the room, since it does block you off.
Yeah, that block that I just pushed kind of blocks your path. So, as soon as I kill this bubble here, go away, bubble. Alright, so yeah, see if you can come through this segment right here. This is the door that leads back to the main center hub area, and you can go through here. But that block will be blocking your path. So if you want to come from the top floor and push that block before you do any of that. Before we do anything, there is a treasure chest on the other end, and we're gonna have to use the chandelier thing again in order to get that treasure chest.
This one, I feel like it's tighter time than the last
Whoa!
one, too.
Hey! I didn't ask for your opinion, dude! Come over and grabs a hold of me while I'm trying to do that from down
I
below.
see you pulling that switch there. Would be a shame if something happened to you in mid-pull.
Oh. He did that again. He just, like, phased through that
These
bar.
Moldorns here are really just to mess you up. Like, they put these guys here on purpose. For every time you pull the switch, you gotta stop what you're doing to kill them. I don't like them.
I don't like him. Just keep on pulling this. Alright, so we can actually get over here as quick as we can to open up this treasure chest before it falls down. And inside's actually one of our first of 2 Miiverse stamps. This is the Surprise Midna stamp. one of them that's not an actual like letter, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because half of them were just letters in this game, which is kind of disappointing.
Oh, I mean, at this point, it's like I really do feel bad that Miiverse got closed down.
Yeah.
Because, like, I understand as times change, they can't keep the servers running on and stuff like that, but
Yeah, but it just like they didn't even give it much of a chance because it was only on the 3DS for like what 2 years before they shut it down entirely. So 3DS barely got to use it.
Yeah, that's the one thing that just bothers me about it. It's just like, you know, I liked Miiverse. I liked Miiverse a lot. And I liked using Miiverse stamps and stuff like that I collected. It was like this game and Super Mario 3D World that had the stamps. And Mario Kart 8. Mario Kart 8 had the stamps too. It just kind of bothers me. This like, you want to get all these games that have all these collectibles from Miiverse stamps, but I can't really use them. You know
That's
what I mean?
true.
It's
I mean, some games
stupid.
do kind of fix that. Like Yoshi's Woolly World is the best example. I think they knew in advance they were going to shut down the Miiverse because with the 3DS version, they changed those things. So like these patch stamps you can collect instead, which you use to customize your Yoshis in that game. Which honestly is a much better trade-off because of Miiverse being dead now. Because the Wii U, basically you collect all those just for bragging rights at this point. There's literally no use for them.
Okay, so this is our first instance of a Stalfos. This is an actual Stalfos. Now, you have to fight this, and you have to use, like, your shield attack to kind of do it justice. And you can use a Helm Splitter, but he just falls to the ground. He's not dead whenever you... What you have to do is you have to drop a bomb right on top of him, and he blows up, and it just blows up all his bones. You can kill him really easily by using a bomb arrow, though.
Yeah, one shot with the bomb arrow and immediately gets killed, which is actually hilarious.
So, yeah, that was actually the enemy I was really thinking of, that it actually bomb arrow die in one hit.
Yeah.
But,
now,
I mean,
those Stalfos honestly are kind of special in a way because the last time we seen like 3D Stalfos in a Zelda game, they were Ocarina of Time's version, and they were nothing like the originals where There are some cases where you destroy them and they turn to bones, but if you use a bomb, they would still be alive. You would have to kill multiple Stalfos at once to fully destroy them. These guys are more faithful to how they were in like Link to the Past, where you have to destroy them and get them crumbled down to the bone form, then use a bomb to fully kill them.
Yeah, that's how you're supposed to kill them normally. I wanted to show them how you're supposed to kill them like regularly before we start using bomb arrows to kill them instantly. Because yeah, I'm gonna be using bomb arrows to kill those guys instantly when they come up.
Yeah, because honestly, it's just for the best. Even their little shield there won't really help them much. I believe they can deflect the shot if it's good enough. So there will be a case maybe where your bomb arrow may not kill them in one shot, but for the most part it will.
Okay. So this room's kind of interesting. This is kind of like you have to play Simon Says with these lanterns here. We're gonna light this torch that's right here. Now, if I remember correctly, wait, doesn't it? Wasn't there like a combination that we have to?
Well, in order to open the door, you only have to light one of these, and that's the one that's actually close to the door. Ironically enough, very easy puzzle.
That's right. If you light the other one, I think army of stalled children come up and attack.
Yeah, I think if you light the wrong ones, they spawn enemies.
Yeah, they spawn stalled children. So, yeah, I'm kind of lucky I got that because I couldn't. Second there.
Yeah, honestly, like, when I first played this version of the game, because of how used I was with the Wii version being mirrored, I lit the one on the right side first because I'm used to lighting the one on the right. That's how it works in the Wii version. On this one, that's going to spawn the enemies because this plays like GameCube. Left is the solution.
Huh, I wonder which one of these lanterns is the Poe. Couldn't be the one that's phasing through the wall.
And this is just riveting as playing the game of guess the main character in an anime.
Yeah, really. Alright, so there's our last Poe. But this one's kind of a little bit different. He's not going to give up without a fight. So he's going to spawn. He's going to do a Shadow Clone Jutsu on us. And just, you know, attack us. I think, yeah, if you could try using this on
this makes it a lot easier because the real one will reveal itself after a while. It'll turn purple, allowing to attack it. But using the charged up attack will make this way easier for you just because as long as you're near the right Poe, you'll lock onto it immediately.
Yeah. You just have to kind of just wait it out and hold on until I get closer.
Honestly, this guessing game really does fail the Poe because you can stay locked onto the real one at all times. And then when the fake one comes up, you just have that charged attack ready. So really, this isn't that bad just to be paying attention.
Rawr, rawr. Okay, there we go. Now just come over and take your heart. And with that, we have gotten the last Poe soul in here in Arbiter's Crown.
This final one's interesting because that one's actually a reference back, once again, to Forest Temple in Ocarina of Time. The final Poe you have to fight there, the purple one, she will split herself into 4 forms just like this Poe, and you have to guess the real one to attack.
Yeah. Okay, I came from this door, didn't I? Yeah. I'll always get confused.
Yeah, I don't blame
Or
you.
did I come from this? Did I come from this door? I think I just came from the other one, so it's fine.
No, you went the right way.
Yeah. Alright, so now that we're done with here, we're gonna jump back in here. We're gonna go back to the main hub area, since we got all the 4 post cells now. And not sink into the sand. Our sinking sand! As soon as we do that, the last of the Poes will go and return all the light back to the main hub area. And the door will finally open. Do-do-do-do-do-do. I think I've gotten every single treasure chest on the main floor.
I do believe you did, yeah.
Yeah, pretty sure I did. Yeah. Alright, so we're pretty much good there. Alright, so let's go on further on into the dungeon.
Yeah, that was just the halfway mark. Now we're actually
that's-
venturing into the more depths portion of Arbiter's grounds.